guys, it's Dutch. We've got a little bit of a different pick-a-card today. It's a full moon, so I wanted to have a kind of a pick-a-card with a bunch of different stuff in it. So pile 1 is a rose quartz, and it is relationships and love. Pile 2 is a labradorite, and it's finances and career. And pile 3 is what I believe to be a sunstone, and it is self-care and health. Now I've picked I made some yes or no cards, and I've picked some for each of the piles, and then I also have a fairy card in each pile. Now this deck doesn't want you to, the fairy deck, it doesn't want you to look up the information necessarily on the card. It wants you to first do whatever it is that your interpretation comes from it, or your intuition tells you about it. So, which is kind of how I read anyway. So I really like that. So I have a fairy card for each of the piles as well, but I will be shuffling, on camera. So yeah, let's just get into it. And just bear with me, this is the first time that I've recorded something like this with this setup and the camera like this, so just bear with me please, because I don't really know what I'm in for yet. We'll do those last. Okay, so love and relationships. Let's do this deck first. Spirit, can you please tell us about love and relationships for group 1? And this time, October 2019, but it doesn't have to be, it's timeless. Okay, that's good. Okay, so pile 1, the first thing I'm going to say, for you to achieve whatever you want in romance, whether you want your relationship to go more smoothly, whether you're looking for a relationship, whether you're not, the first thing that you need to do is you need to let go. Let go of your control issues, but also let go of any exes that you might have, or any... they just told me let go of resentment, dude. You gotta let go of resentment. Let go of... Let me touch these. Definitely let go of someone in your past, though. I see multiple redheads. I know that's only gonna be for some of you, but maybe you have red hair, or your person has red hair, but maybe the person you need to let... they just told me it could be family things, too. If you have past issues with your mother or your father, in order for your relationships to improve, you need to resolve those issues, or you need to, if they're resolved in the physical realm, you need to resolve them within, because you still have wounds in your body. The body keeps the score, right? With trauma. That's a book. It's a good book, and you can listen to it on YouTube, because I'm not great at reading, but I will listen to books, and if you haven't listened to or read that book, you should read The Body Keeps the Score. It's great. But yeah, so you really need to let go of anything, really. Also, if you have any excess junk in your house, it's time to get rid of it, dude. It's like spring cleaning, but it's fall cleaning. Also, Spirit wants you to give yourself a little more time. This full moon might have been having you feel kind of frisky, or, you know what I'm saying, like making you feel like you wanted to get out. See how she's like pulling her dress up? But it's a green lemon. That's a lemon and it's green. It's not ready. So it's like your sexual energy is magic energy, right? So the amount of sexual energy your body is encompassing at any time is just, your body is like having this outpour of magic and it doesn't know what to do with it, so it expels it sexually. So Spirit's just saying, like, don't overexpend too much energy, like sexual energy that's actually magic energy. And if you're doing sex magic, like if you're having sex, you should be doing sex magic. Like if you just keep having sex with your person, or like going out and looking for sex, you should be doing like sex magic yourself with like masturbation or your partner, but just don't waste all this sexual energy. Yeah, but you give yourself time too, because you're letting go and you're getting rid of anything in you're cleaning house. You're getting rid of anything in your life that's like no longer serving you and that's not good for you. And yeah, just be gentle with yourself. So yes, we got flirt here as well, which is like what I was saying. You might be, oh, I get it. Spirit's saying you don't have to fuck everyone you flirt with. Not saying that you were, but like, if flirting, it can be innocent and harmless and super fun and also good for your morale. So like, good for your morale? That sounds so weird. Sometimes I say shit that I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so flirting is good for you. It's healthy for you. You know, and you can fantasize about people, but like, you don't have, like, you can just look at it as something fun and meaningless, and it's good for you. It's good for you to help relax you and also like keep you on your game. True love. Yeah, so Spirit wants you to know that there is like a true love coming in. It's a new love, so that's great. I'm really happy for you guys. Yo, she's got a chicken in her basket, and I wanted to put my chicken placemat down, and I just had to buy alcohol for my spirits, and I chose like both bottles had chickens on them. So like, look at all those chickens. So I think that you should research what the totem animal for chicken means and what that can mean for your love life. Also, he has like a lion on his hat. See it up there? So lion and chicken are your totem animals right now. Wow, that's beautiful. Also, if you can get some red roses in your house, that'd be great. You should definitely do that. I love this card, but when I first saw her basket, I thought there was like apples in there. So like, apples are really good for you right now too. Apple magic is really good, and it's kind of easy, you know? Like, you can look up how to wake up your apples before you eat them, and just kind of like tell your apple what you want from it. It's like water. Like with water, you can tell it what you want from it. Like if you want to lose weight, if you want to bring love into your life, you just tell your water and then you drink it. You can do the same thing with apples. So that would be good for you to do. Also, you might like see this person, like your new person, while you're out like apple picking or something, because 'tis the season, right? Right now it's October. And honeymoon. So just, Spirit's basically saying, don't look down too much on this alone time right now if you are alone, or like this challenge time during this time right now. Don't look down on it. Really enjoy it. Like if you're alone, you're about to get into something really serious and long term. So enjoy this alone time. You might have been alone for a long time, but then once you get this like connection, it's going to feel like you're not going to have quite a bit of alone time for a while. And I'm not saying that to scare you if you're somebody who really enjoys your alone time. I'm just saying, milk it for all it's worth, take it in, and like, don't be ungrateful for it. Be grateful for it, because, and my incense are spiraling right now. Be grateful for your hermit time. Go hermit mode. They just told me get out for a hike in the woods. But just enjoy this time. And then maybe we'll get, we have our other cards. Okay, so to your yes or no question, no, definitely not. If you know what that's from? Can you please comment it? Me and my friend Julia always say that. No, definitely not. Yeah, no. No, my dude. Sorry. Okay. And then, ooh, your fairy card is Lady of the Harvest. It's so beautiful. Wow, so like I said, you might meet this person out on a farm while you're like pumpkin picking or in a corn maze or picking apples, you know what I'm saying, getting some gourds. Yeah, this is your harvest season. You're harvesting your suitors. Yo, and look at how surrounded she is by like all those other fairies. Think of that as like your suitors. Ooh, he's kind of creepy. So you're gonna have suitors that you're like, no thanks, no thank you. But like I said, you will be meeting your person. You will be meeting your soulmate. Also, that tells me, like, that to me kind of looks like the evil eye. So just be careful of people who don't have your highest and greatest good in mind, or like haters, basically. Just be careful of them giving you the evil eye, and like don't share your ideas with everyone. Not everybody is happy for you. Not everybody wants you to succeed. So don't share everything with just anybody. Be very cautious about who you share them with, because like you're beautiful, you have a lot going for you, you have all these people who want you, and that's going to make people talk, and that's going to make people jealous, and that's going to make people send you the evil eye. You can wear an evil eye amulet to protect you from that. You can also wear black tourmaline. You can wear a silver bracelet on your left wrist. There's lots of stuff you can do for the evil eye, so look it up. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again. If you want, stay tuned for the other two groups. And yeah, I hope to see you again sometime soon. Please, now that I get information for group 2 on finances and career, please. Finances and career. Okay, hi group 2. So first of all, let me say that like you're really having a battle with yourself right now. Like you are really fighting with yourself in your own head about a lot of things, about finances and career, but about everything really. And it's because you're combining your shadow side with your light side, your shadow side with your like godly side. And it feels like there's a bit of a war going on within yourself between the shadow side and the light side, when in reality they are two sides of the same coin, right? They are both you. You should not fight with yourself. As you fight with yourself, you hold yourself back on every avenue. There's a project that you should be doing, that you should be focusing on, whether it's you currently work at a job that you feel is right for you and there's a project there, or whether you are in a dead-end job and you are an entrepreneur and trying to grow your business. There is a project that you are neglecting within this, and it's because of fear of failure. Now, we must consider failures as trial and error. Queen Cup was just talking about this. But you need that trial and error in order to succeed. You need the trial runs. Like when you're making something, when you're creating something, your ultimate best like product or business or whatever is not going to be your first attempt. And if it is, then that's not good, because it means you're not growing, it means you're not changing, it means you're not getting better. If you never expand or get better. Yo, I just gotta say too, I just gotta get something off my chest, because Spirit has been showing it to me in so many forms. And I've heard that charlatans are going to be, brought to the light in this time, and they really have. And a charlatan is someone who falsely identifies as something, or like claims to know things, or claims to be good at something. And I just have to say, like, no shade, no fucking tea. Just gotta say, if you have a business or you are, an entrepreneur in some way, where you are in charge of creating a clientele base, and you are in charge of, your own aspect of a business, anything, hairdressing, being an artist, tarot reading, anything. It is so important to be professional. Like, I want to be somebody who supports entrepreneurs. Because I myself am an entrepreneur. So like I want to put that energy into other entrepreneurs if I'm spending my money. But it's hard when people are being unprofessional. And if you show me in some way, like if I buy your merch and your merch is shitty as fuck, like you should know what your merch is like, like you should know, you should be on time to shit. If you're supposed to be at a place at a certain time, or you're supposed to be there early, you should be there. It's unprofessional, canceling stuff last minute. I totally understand emergencies and stuff like that, but you know what I mean, irresponsible cancellation, anything like that, dude. It's like, that's just the message that I've been getting all around me. Having a professional workspace even. Like, if you have a service that you're offering and I come into your house and it's dirty as hell and shit's not, like, sanitary or whatever, like, step it up, okay? And I don't want to sound mean. I don't want to sound bossy, but Spirit's been showing me this through so many avenues lately. So many people who think they're professional, who claim to be professional, and they're just not. Their setup is not professional, whatever it is. Their behavior is not professional. And I'm sorry I'm ranting, but like Spirit's just been really giving me this message lately through showing me how it affects the customer. And you know what? It's a message for myself as well, being an entrepreneur. So anyway, whatever it is that you have been supposed to be focusing on, and you have been, doing other things like taking care of other people, or overworking or overworking out, anything like that. Like, Spirit's saying you have to trust that, like, they're not going to let you fail all the way. Like I was saying, there's going to be trial and error, but, like, they're never going to let you sink again. They got your back now. You work with them. You take the time for them. They take the time for you. When you were sinking in the past, that was because you weren't connected. You weren't making an effort to your spirits to connect with them. And they're just saying that'll never happen again. You'll never go back to the way things were because you're not the same person. Alice in Wonderland, I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then. My sister gave me a picture that says that. It's really cool. Yes, and so Spirit's saying, like, you have to create. You have to, dude. Stop putting it off. I'm sorry I'm getting so bossy and loud, but, like, Spirit's fed up. Also, my mouth is hurting during this group. Like, my jaw is hurting. So, say what you need to say. Say no to the people you have to say no to. You know, stop giving more of yourself to people than they give to you. And start giving that extra energy and attention to yourself. You have to create. You have to create your products, your art, whatever it is. You have to create. Stop doing meaningless bullshit. Stop working a meaningless job. And maybe your job isn't meaningless. Maybe you really like your job, but it's not the right job for you. Well, really think about that and think about how you can amend that. Maybe cut down on your hours on that job and focus more on what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. And then we also have Lilith. So this to me tells me that right now you're letting your dark side overtake your light because you're not understanding the dark. You are looking at the dark as like overeating or depression or something that is, obviously the dark is manifesting in that way, right? But that is not what the dark is. That's just the physical manifestation of it. I just pictured somebody like scuba diving way down deep into a cave. And you gotta go real deep down into the cave. My therapist just said this to me. You gotta go way down deep into the cave to find the treasure at the bottom. So try to start looking at your shadow journey and dealing with shadow self. Not dealing with, exploring shadow self and taking care of shadow self. Start looking at that as a deep dive of an adventure to a really beautiful end. Ends to the means. And your angels are with you this entire time. Okay. And then for tarot cards, you got Strength and the Sun. So like, wow, those are both really strong energies. They're both fire energies. They're really both Leo energies. You may be a Leo or you may have Leos in your life or have a business with a Leo. But to this is saying to me, have strength, stand in your convictions, stand in your truth. Don't allow other people, places, things, jobs, whatever, don't allow them to take away your time and energy for yourself, because once you've given that time and energy to yourself more, you will be able to have the professionalism that I was talking about, dude. Like, when you don't put enough energy into your career, and I don't just mean you, I mean everyone, it fucking shows. Like I was saying with the lack of professionalism, time is money, right? Time is energy. Start saying, I am time. My therapist also just gave me that mantra. I am time. I don't need time. I don't run from time. I am time, right? Just like we were talking about with the light and dark. This is you. No need to fight either aspect because it's all you, right? No need to fight yourself. There's enough people throwing shade, right? So you are time. Give yourself the time and energy you deserve to enhance your professionalism and give back to yourself, right? And then the sun. This tells me that you need to get out in the sun before it gets too cold and fucking eat up that vitamin D, literally, like, that's food to your body. If you've been overeating, even if you haven't, like, you're not nourishing your body enough with the sun. You're not getting out there enough in the sun. So, like, oh, they just told me too, forest bathing would be good for you. Moon bathing and forest bathing. But you need to get out into the elements and connect to them and just kind of absorb them. Okay. So, we have a yes or no card, and then we have a fairy card. So, the yes or no card is, oh, hell yeah. So, yes. And then our fairy card is the Dark Lady. What was I talking about, right? The Dark Lady, Lilith, and the Sirens. So, So this is saying to me, the first thing it said to me was, don't use your sexuality for the wrong reasons. Don't use your sex appeal to, like, lead someone on or to get a job or whatever it is. Just don't channel your sexual energy in the wrong way. And then, because you see how she's, like, kind of, like, pushing her boobs forward. But also, whoa, sorry, I didn't mean to just yell. But also, this just goes back to exploring the shadow side. Go down into the depths of the shadow side and see what you can pull out, right? See what the treasure is down there. Don't fear yourself. Don't fear what you will find. Allow what needs to come up, and allow it up to allow it out. Help yourself be the best version of yourself that you can be in this moment by taking care of all aspects of self, of each side of the coin that makes you who you are. And connect with your family. Connect with your family more. Give your grandparents a call if they're alive. Yeah, give your parents a call if they're alive. And tell the people in your life that you love them and appreciate them. And really think about all the reasons why you love and appreciate everything in your life. And don't forget to say your prayers. Whew! All right. Thanks so much, Group 2. Thanks for coming by. I hope to see you again sometime. Group 3, health and self-care. Okay, hi group 3. So okay. So the first thing I'm going to say is that if you are exercising, if you are not exercising, you really should start doing something. And even if that just means like taking a walk down the street. But basically, Spirit's saying that like you need to start exercising more if you're not exercising, but they're also saying too like if you do exercise but just every once in a while or like once a week or like, and when you started doing that you're like, wow, this is great, like I'm proud of myself for actually starting, I'm proud of myself for getting into it. Spirit's saying you need to make more of a commitment to that, dude. You gotta make more of a commitment to yourself. You let other things, which, don't get me wrong, other stuff is important, like school and work and homework and whatever, like all of that's important and it needs to get done, but like you need to make more of a commitment to your physical activity and your hobbies, even like just the shit that you like. You gotta spend more time doing it. You gotta make more of a commitment to yourself, even the commitments that you've made that you don't necessarily enjoy, like work or school. It's like you made that commitment, so you gotta ride it out and you just gotta do what you're supposed to do. Like if you're invited to do something but you got class at that time, you gotta be like, nah dude, sorry, I can't, I got class, because that's the commitment that you made to yourself. And if you don't hold up to that, you're only hurting yourself in the end. My incense are spiraling right now. Wow. You also have to make sure that you follow through with your word. Like, don't tell somebody you're gonna do something and then not do it. Like, just make sure that you're following through with your word. And if that's where saying no comes into play, because like if you're somebody who follows through on your word, you need to just say no to the things you don't actually want to do, because then you'll end up, if you're, an honest person that follows through with what you say you're going to do, you're going to do it whether you like it or not. So if there's something you really don't want to do or something that's not good for you, you need to just say no. Say no so that you can make a commitment to yourself and take care of yourself. So Spirit's saying you need to be, okay, so first of all, Spirit's saying you need to eat better. Gotta eat more fruits and veggies, my dude. Come on, she's eating an apple there. Also, be careful about your spell work. Don't do too much spell work at once, or spell work that you don't actually care about, because then, like, by the time it actually comes to you within the next couple months, you're like, oh, well, that's great, I'm glad it came true, but I don't care about that no more. So, like, if you're going to do spell work, make sure you're doing it on yourself for your highest and greatest good. But don't overdo it. And also, someone toxic might be trying to come back in, so just keep an eye out for that. But yeah, you gotta eat better. You gotta eat better meals, or, eat better food if you're eating a lot of processed, shitty foods right now. Like, that's not good for you, and you shouldn't be. Also, if you have a vagina, take care of your vagina. Clean it, and like, I mean, I'm sure all of you clean your vaginas. Wow, sorry, this is invasive. I'm sure all of you do, but Spirit's just saying give it a little extra care, right? Or if you got a yeast infection or a bacterial infection or something like that, like, vaginas are sacred, and also they are very sensitive, right? There's just so many aspects of it to be the perfect thing that it is, to bring life into the world. So it has to have like a certain pH and everything, and it's very easy for your flora and fauna to go off, like to get not normal. And it's very normal to, have something going on down there. I hope that doesn't sound weird, but like I was saying, it's just because it's like it's such a specific kind of environment that it's easy for it to get thrown off, right? By having sex, or like even using like a scented tampon or something. You should not use those. Anything can throw off your vagina. So just make sure you're taking care of it, and that if you need to go to the doctor, just go, dude. Just go. What else do we have? be mindful of who you're having sex with if you are having sex, because their energy is, you're sucking it right in. You're sucking it right up. So make sure that you actually like the person that you're having sex with, and that you wouldn't mind like having some of their energy, because you are taking their energy, and they're taking some of your energy. So just make sure, be very mindful of the people you're having sex with, and be mindful of whether or not you want an energy exchange, or want to be like them, or even like them. Oh yes, so you need to mother yourself more. You need to give compassion and mothering love to yourself more, and do some self-care. Take a nice hot shower, do a nice spiritual bath. You can take milk and pour milk over yourself while you're in the shower. Take a milk bath, and it will like wash away any kind of negative entities that are not for your highest and greatest good, parasites on your body. It'll just like wash them all away. So you can do that. That would be really good to do under the full moon as well. Yeah, and just kind of like give yourself some time to chill and do nothing. Like I know I was saying you need to get better about your working out and stuff, but like I feel like you're somebody that like you don't have the motivation to do stuff unless you get that downtime of doing whatever you want, whatever you want is like art or whatever it is, or it's literally doing nothing. Like you need the time for yourself to do whatever you want, so give it to yourself. It's like with a diet, right? If you restrict certain things from yourself, then you binge on it. So just let yourself have that like hour or two where you do not shit and like fucking sit around doing nothing. That's fine, so that you don't binge and not do it for like a full day one day, so you haven't been letting yourself do it. And then you gotta smoke your house, smoke yourself, smoke your house, and especially smoke your doorways, smoke your gateways. If you have a gatekeeper like statue or something, give it a good cleaning, rub it down with some alcohol, spit some alcohol on it. Just really cleanse your gateways, cleanse your doorways. Smoke your doorways, wash your doorways, smoke your whole house. Make sure you open the windows so the smoke has somewhere to go, the spirits have somewhere to go. Open up your cabinets, your drawers, smoke your plants, smoke your animals, and any kind of smoking device that you like, like Palo Santo, rosemary, incense, cedar, sage, anything, lavender. Just smoke it. Smoke the house. Not like smoke it, you know what I mean? Like burn it and smoke the house. Yeah. Also, keep track of your keys. You may like lock them in your car, or leave them somewhere that you forget, or like you don't want nobody to get a hold of them either. Like you don't want anybody who's not you having your keys, basically. And if you've given your house key to somebody that you no longer trust, who it's saying take it back. I don't know what that's about, but if that did happen with you, just make sure you take it back. If you're like not friends with that person anymore, they like don't work for you anymore, you know what I mean? Also, Spirit is very clearly and bluntly saying you must release for a new beginning. Release what you need to release to have your new beginning. We've got Astarte, new beginnings, and Ixchel, release. So like, and look at how they're mirroring each other. So release whatever it is that you need to let go of it to have your new beginning, to have your new start in anything, whether it's a person, place, or a thing, a behavior. Let it go to have your new beginning. Okay, and now let's see what these cards say. No, 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 etc. So your yes or no question is a no. Your answer is a no. And then the RAR. 52. Look out for 7s, look out for 5s, and look out for 2s. But with this card, Spirit's saying, first of all, you need to do some sound healing. So, like, you respond really well to sound cleansing and sound healing, like the singing bowls, like wind chimes, ASMR, give yourself that, dude. Like I was saying, like mothering yourself, let that be the little gift you give to yourself, some sound healing. And also, and 7, 5-2 is 7, and 7 is like the soul in numerology. So you really, first of all, you should figure out your soul path number. If you don't know numerologists, like try and look up your soul path number. And then you really have to follow your soul. Let your soul take the lead. It just told me your soul, your deep inner self just told me it can't wait for the holidays. Like it can't wait to be with family. It can't wait for the majesty and magic of all of these fall holidays. They're so fun, and we don't get too many holidays over the summer or the spring. So really let your soul guide you through this season, through fall, winter, spring, back to summer. Really let your soul take the reins and just let it fly and be free. This is also telling me that birds are going to be coming to you as your totem right now. So keep an eye out for any kind of bird. And if you see a specific kind multiple times, then look that up as a totem. But yeah, we also, like, this is purple, and this is like purple and blue. So this is telling me that, like, it's really time to open up that throat chakra, exercise that throat chakra, and also access the third eye to let you know what you need to say yes to and what you need to say no to. And the crown is really trying to crack open right now. It's like sleepy and kind of tired and not necessarily trying to wake up yet, but the crown is really, it's getting to a point where it can't sleep anymore. There's too much noise. All the other chakras are making all this noise, and the crown's like, fine, I'll get up. You keep bothering me. Yeah, so try putting like a clear quartz on the crown of your head, or a rose quartz on the crown of your head, or an amethyst. But yeah, that was your reading. Thanks, group 3. Like if you feel like it, subscribe if you feel like it, all that good stuff. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this little setup that I did. Honestly, it took me like way longer than it should have to figure out how to get this camera up. But yeah, let me know what you think of it. I do have like different content that I want to start putting out. I've just, I'm working 2 jobs and going to school on top of this, so it can be hard to get it all done. But I do want to make more content. I think the next reading I'm going to do is what is your future child going to be like or look like, because people keep requesting that, so we're going to do that one. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great full moon, and until next time, I love you guys. Bye.